Welcome. Go ahead and take a seat at your mat. Today is a new day, so let's begin by finding out where we are and how we feel by reading ourselves from 1 to 5. 1 being pessimistic, tired, unexcited, and then 5 would be excited, ready to go, confident, and full of enthusiasm. Today I would rate myself at a 4. Go ahead and rate yourself wherever that is. Next, gratefulness. Before we can move forward, we must know where we have progressed. So, what's going well for you? Are you keeping up with a goal of speaking with a friend? Did you have a great conversation with your mother, your father, cashier? Are you grateful for your car? Are you working on paying off debt and it's going really well? All the things you're grateful for. Keep running them through your mind. Grateful for water, air, grateful to be here. Grateful for positive habits. Grateful for love. Grateful to hear. Grateful to taste. Grateful to breathe. Grateful. Next, as part of life and growth, there's always a new challenge. So what's today's challenge? Bring it to mind and set an intention to find peace with it. What that means is that you have accepted it. You know what it is, and you trust that things will move forward. So bring it to mind and be clear about what it is that your challenge is, so that when you decide and know that it will be progressed upon, just like everything else does, part of life is change. So put that intention in. And trust that you will be guided. Alright, so we begin every practice by breathing and centering ourselves. Our breathing technique here is that we're breathing in for a count of 4, holding our breath for a count of 10, holding our breath for a count of 16, and then exhaling for a count of 8. Alright, I will cue you, we'll do it together. Ready? Breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for 16. Exhale for a count of 8. Breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 16. If at any point you're unable to hold your breath, allow yourself to progress. So let it go and come back. Exhale for a count of 8. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 16. And exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 16. And exhale for 8. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold for 16. Exhale for 8. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold for 16. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 16. And exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 16. And exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 16. And exhale for 8. Last 2. Inhale for 4. Hold for 16. And exhale for 8. Last one. Inhale for 4. Hold for 16. And exhale for 8. It's always a great place to start. Now that we're in control of our breath, go ahead and stand up and let's begin our warm-up. Start by bringing your knees up slowly. All right, now you can begin bringing them higher. You can bring your elbows to your sides, bring your palms out, and start to reach your knees to your hands. Give yourself a target. Even if you're not able to touch it, doesn't matter. Just have a target so you can push yourself a little further. This is a pretty good start to warm us up. Make sure you're still breathing. I'm trying this mat on top of another yoga mat to see how it works for me this time. Trial and error is how we move forward. All right. Great. Now we're gonna take our knee highs and make them more like jogs and reaching your arms up to the sky. So you're jogging and touching the sky at the same time. Really stretching your body, getting you nice and warm. You can look up. Keeping your balance. And go ahead and slow down. Standing strong in mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart. Take your right foot and bring it forward, flexing, and hold it about 2 feet off the ground. And then go ahead and bring it back. And let's do that one more time. Swing it forward, straight and flexed, and hold. And bring it back. One more time. Bringing your leg forward, flexing and holding. And breathing. Go ahead and bring it back. Now we're going to bring it forward one more time. And this time we'll bring it back. We want to kick it back as well. Swing it back, hold, and come back. So we're going to do some forward and back swings. Forward and back. Just a little swing, not a full-on kick. Allow yourself to hold it so you can begin to wake up these muscles. Work on your balance and focus. Think of just being here, breathing. Extend your foot forward, flexing. Extend it back and flex. Great job. All right. Last two. Make sure you're pausing, allowing yourself to feel the resistance in your left leg as well. All right, let's switch. Bring your left leg forward, flex and hold, about 2 feet off the ground, and come back down. Swing it forward, hold, and bring it back. Swing it one more time forward, and bring it back. This time we're gonna swing it forward, and swing it back, hold. Great job. And we're gonna do forward and back swings, holding, extending, and flexing. Breathing, balancing ourselves. All right. And last two. Give your best. All right, let's work on stretching our arms as well. Bring your right arm forward, swing it forward, parallel to the ground. Reach it up to the sky. Bring it back as if you're touching the room, keeping your chest forward, and back down, touching the room. Swing it forward, up, back touching the room, and touching the ground. Allow yourself to stay in every angle, to feel your muscles stretching and moving and strengthening. Controlled breathing, controlled movements. All right. And last one. All right, now let's bring it back. So we're going to touch the back of the room. Touch the sky, parallel to the ground, and touching the ground. Swinging it all around. Breathing up and exhaling down. Once you've gotten these angles pretty well, you can allow yourself to rotate. Feeling the flow. Should really feel it opening up right now. All right, let's switch arms. Taking your left arm forward, parallel to the ground, up, touching the sky. Really bring yourself up there and take it back, keeping your chest forward as much as you can, touching the back of the room, back to the ground, and up again, parallel to the ground, up to the sky, keeping your chest forward and bringing it back, touching the room. Really allow yourself this mobility, lengthening. Breathing, so breathing up and exhale as you bring it back, touching the back of the room, touching the ground, and then again breathing up and down. One more, breathing up, Great job. Now let's swing it back. So we're gonna take in a deep breath because we're going up. Touching the back of the room, up to the sky, and exhaling, coming down forward. Stop at the angles if you need to, breathing in. Stop at the angles, stopping up to the sky, parallel to the ground, and all the way down. I allow myself to go step by step, always reminding myself of the basics. Looking forward, coming up all the way, parallel to the ground. The last one, back, up, forward, and touching the ground. Great job. Next, let's bring both of our arms, swinging them to our sides. Both of them are up, parallel to the ground, and both of them together are up, touching the sky. And exhale, bringing them both down, really trying to extend your arms all the way. Breathing in one more time. Up, looking up, and bringing them both down. Great job. All right, a little bit more leg stretching. We're going to take your right leg, kick it to the side. You can swing or kick here. It's better to actually kick here. It gives you more strength to extend your legs from your hips. So kick it as far, as high up as you can. I would say allow yourself to really engage those muscles and feel them. All right, couple more. Feeling the strength of your legs at the hips. And now, standing up, pick up your right leg, bend your knees, and kick to the left. So now we're going to kick to the right, pick up our right leg, and kick to the left. Kick to the right, bend your knees, do a knee high, and kick to the left. All right. Kick to the left. Kicking to the right, and kicking to the left. The idea of this warm-up is to move our muscles in as many directions as possible to wake our body up. And 2 more. Great job. And last one. Excellent. Switching, kicking up our left leg. Just a couple here, a few. As you can see, your kick probably got higher as you went along. So that's really what we want. We want you to feel your growth every single time. All right? Now, let's go ahead and stand strong. Pick up your left foot, bend your knees, and kick to the right. Kick to the left. Pick up your left knee, kick to the right. Kick to the left. Pick up your left knee and kick to the right. Great job. Let's really warm up this body. Constantly working on our balance. Most important thing. Breathing. All right, and last 2. We're almost there. Great job. And you got it. All right. Last warm up for our arms. We're going to move our arms in opposite directions at the same time. So take your right arm, bring it up forward, your left arm, touching the back of the room, and then bringing them both up to the sky, and then bring both of them down to the opposite sides again, touching the ground. What I want you to do is to work on your timing actually, so slow down and bring them at the same spot at the same time as much as you can, keeping your chest forward. So really slow down so you can feel your muscles being engaged, squeezing themselves together. All right, 2 more this way. Excellent job. This is one of my favorite arm stretches. All right, let's switch them back. So let's take our right arm, bring it back, touching the back of the room. Our left arm is coming up, parallel to the ground, and they touch up in the sky, palms together, and bringing them parallel to the ground together, keeping our chest forward. Slow down at the beginning, opening yourself up and up to the sky. Really allowing yourself to keep your arms straight and strong. See yourself doing it in your mind. Opening yourself up, touching up to the sky, extending yourself. All right, here we are, last two. Breathing. All right, great job. So let's begin. Go ahead and take a sip of water if you need to. Standing at the top of your mat, standing in mountain pose, standing strong, standing with your spine straight, your crown held high. Breathing in, opening your palms up, taking in the energy you need to begin this next flow. And breathe in, bring your arms up to the sky. Looking up, breathing in, and come down to a forward fold, bringing your chin up. You can land on your shins or on the ground. Once you're down here, we're going to roll on our feet. So go ahead and get up on your toes and get your heels off the ground, and then come back down and get your toes off the ground. And then roll forward, heels off the ground, and then roll back, toes off the ground. Then roll forward, your heels are off the ground, and roll back, your toes are off the ground. This is a great back opener, hamstrings. This is also great for headaches, lowering blood pressure, and back. So now I challenge you to stay in each one for 3 seconds, or a count of 3. And back, count of 3. And forward. And I'm sure you're able to go deeper now that we've been in this position for quite some time now. All right. Go ahead and get your hands on the ground, fingers spread up. If you need to, bend your knees so that you can touch the ground. And now step back into a plank. Your wrists should be right under your shoulders. You can stay here, or you can go down into Chaturanga. And to do Chaturanga, you want to bring yourself forward and squeeze your elbows into your sides, lowering yourself all at one time. And once you're down here, come up into upward dog. If you're in a plank, go ahead and bring yourself forward slightly and then push up with your hands, getting your neck out of your shoulders and knees off the ground if you want an extra challenge. And breathe, looking up, extending your arm, pushing down. And now taking a deep breath. And roll your toes in, push out with your hands, keeping your fingers spread. Get your head between your arms. Bring your tailbone up. And push down with your heels. Making sure you're pushing down with your hands on the ground. This is a challenging pose and it does a lot for us. So let's take a moment to distribute our weight, find our balance, and strengthen our core. All right, go ahead and lift your right leg up Don't lift it up too high. You really want to lift it from your inner thigh. So don't let your glutes take over. It doesn't have to come up very high. And now you can see the balance is becoming a new challenge. So I challenge you to find a balance here. Remembering to push down with your hands, using those fingers, keeping tailbone up, straight arms, straight back leg. Great job. And now come forward a little bit, bend your lifted knee and bring it to your right elbow. And then come back to three-legged dog. And then bring yourself forward and bring your right leg to your left elbow. And bring it all the way back again, three-legged dog. And this time, go ahead, bring your right leg between your hands. If you need to pull it forward, as you see, I still have to kind of creep it in. So go ahead and pull it in if you need to. And once you're up here, keep your back leg, back heel off the ground. Lift your arms, palms facing each other, keeping your front knee bent right on top of your ankles. Relax your shoulders. Keep your head between your arms, looking forward. Breathe, keeping your back leg straight. Go as low as you can. Breathing in one more time and coming down. Both hands on the ground. Take your right leg back, coming into a plank. You can come down into chaturanga or stay here. So bring yourself forward, squeeze your arms in, coming down, and then pull yourself back up into upward dog. If you're in a plank, bring yourself forward and push up with your hands. You can keep your knees on the ground or off the ground. Looking up, breathing. All right, go ahead and curl your toes in and push out with your hands. Bring your tailbone up to downward dog. Pushing down with your palms, fingers spread open. Your head's between your arms. And look at your navel. Keeping your tailbone up and heels down to the ground. Pushing with your hands. Go ahead and lift your left leg up from your inner thigh. It's not about height. Instead, let's find our balance. Standing strong. Distributing the weight. And bend the lifted knee and bring it to your left elbow. And then bring it all the way back. Three-legged dog. Keeping that weight distributed. Flexing that lifted leg. And now bend it one more time. Bring it to your right elbow. And coming back. Three-legged dog. And now bring it all the way in between your hands. Keeping that back leg straight, heel off the ground, lifting both arms up together at the same time. Palms facing each other. Looking forward. Our knees are stacked on our ankles. Keeping our back leg straight, going as low as we can. And breathing. Strong. Alright, one last breath. Bring your arms back down to the ground. Lift your leg, come into a plank. Alright, we won't do a chaturanga here. Bring yourself forward and drop your knees. Or, excuse me, roll your, be on the back of your feet and get your knees off the ground. Bringing yourself out of your shoulders, extending up, looking up, and then go ahead and curl your toes, pushing in with your hands, and back into downward dog. feeling that we've probably gotten stronger in our stance. So let's sit in this confidence, pushing out, maintaining our posture, breathing. Go ahead and lift your right leg up, bring it down, bring it in between your hands. Take your back leg, put it down, and lift both arms up, palms facing each other, looking ahead, squaring your waist forward. Warrior one. And breathe. Keeping your arms up, touching the sky, chest is open. And breathing. And go ahead. Take your arms back down. Come into a plank. And we can chaturanga down. And come up to upward dog. And curl your toes into downward dog. Pushing down with our palms. Go ahead and lift it, left leg up. And bring it in between our hands. Taking our back heel, putting it down, parallel to our mat. Lifting both our arms up, hands to the sky, squaring ourselves forward from the waist. Going as low as we can. Great job. And coming back down to a plank. Chaturanga down. Lifting up to upward dog. You can take your feet, your knees off the ground. And curl your toes into downward dog. Alright, this will be the last part of our sequence. Lift your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Bring it in between your hands. Back feet on the ground, coming up to warrior one. Make sure you're squaring your body forward. Open up those arms parallel to the ground, still keeping your gaze forward on top of your middle finger, front middle finger. Staying down on the ground. I think I have an ant walking on me. Keeping our arms straight. Back foot is parallel. Alright. Then go ahead and lift your right arm up to the sky, bringing your left arm down on your leg. And coming into warrior three. Swinging that arm straight. Arms are straight. Our gaze is at our sky. And coming back up. Warrior two. And lifting both arms up to the sky. Warrior one. Coming down to a plank. And go ahead and chaturanga down. Breathing up. And exhale, coming into downward dog. Go ahead and lift your left leg up. Bring it in between your hands. Take your back leg, put it down. Bring yourself up. Warrior one. Make sure you're low, squaring yourself forward. Open up your arms parallel to the ground to warrior two. Opening up those hips, our back leg should be straight. Our gaze is forward on top of our middle finger. Opening our chest up. And now go ahead and lift your left arm all the way up to the sky, bringing your back arm down on your leg, looking up to warrior three. Alright, go ahead and come back into warrior two. Warrior one. chaturanga down. Breathing up to upward dog. And curling your toes in downward dog. This is the last downward dog of the day. Breathing in. Really giving your best here. Alright, go ahead and bend your knees, bring your knees to the ground. And walking your arms out, bring your hips to your ankles. It's a child's pose. Great job. Go ahead, take a sip of water. Alright, so now that we're already on the ground, let's begin our stretching. Alright, so go ahead and have a seat. Let's begin with our simple forward fold. First though, let's make sure we ground ourselves in this position. So have your feet flexed, your legs as straight as you can for right now. So really work on, you can kind of work on pushing them down to the ground, like you can use your thighs to do that, trying to straighten it so you can feel it straighten it, especially with your flexed feet pushing down. And as you do that, straighten your back up. You can lift both arms up to the sky. Now I can feel my pelvis, I can feel my legs flexed. All right, and I'm pulling up with my arms. All right, now go ahead and bend from the waist, coming forward, keeping your head by your arms the whole time, by your ears. And come down as far as you can. And relax there. Don't go too far. Allow yourself to still be able to breathe with a smooth, flowy breath. Breathing in and out. And look at your knees. Keeping your feet flexed. Pulling forward when you get a chance, that after breathing, you find space within that you can reach. Breathe. Breathe through the discomfort. Especially if we're going small steps at a time, breathing through these small steps should be a skill that we begin to gain over time. Breathe. All right, go ahead and bend your right leg. Bring it to your inner thigh. Touch your shins, your left hand to your left shins, to your feet, wherever it is that you may land. And then keeping your left leg flexed, look up completely, and then lift your right arm up as if you're touching the sky. So open up your chest, really bring yourself up, and hold here, breathing. Keeping your arm up as if you're touching the sky, so really allow yourself to get a pull here. Stretch it open. Great job, breathing. Breathe. And then now slowly bring that lifted arm towards your foot, keeping yourself open and keeping that arm straight. All right, so go slowly as far as you can. These are controlled movements. We're really going deep into some very intricate areas in our waist. So let's treat it delicately here. Let's go as graceful as possible. Breathing, looking up, keeping our lifted arm up and straight. Coming up and down. I don't even take it that far down. As you can see, I'm more focused on staying in control and keeping it straight. All right, now go ahead and take the lifted arm, bend your elbow, bring your right wrist to your thighs, to your left thighs, and stay open. Looking up. Great job. Go ahead and lift your right arm up one more time. Breathe in. And now go ahead and bring your right arm as far down as you can, closing onto your body, almost coming down like a forward fold. If you want to go deeper into this stretch, you can take your right arm and take it on the outside of your left ankle. And breathe. All right, great job. Go ahead and come back up. Switch your legs. Bring your right hand to your right shin or your feet, making sure your feet are flexed. I do need a sip of water. Once your hands and feet are touching, go ahead and open up your chest. Look all the way up. Lift your left arm all the way up to the sky as if you're touching the sky, keeping yourself open. And breathe. Be graceful here. Breathing. Allow yourself to really touch the sky. Open yourself up. And now slowly begin to float your left arm down to your feet, keeping it in a straight line. And bring it back up. You don't have to take it down very far, just make sure you keep your arms straight. In control. And back up. Slowly bring your arms down, straight and control. Back up. There you go. Great job. And these controlled movements are great. Now keep your left arm lifted up to the sky. And now bend your elbows. Bring your left arm to your right leg and look up. Keeping your chest open. Your back engaged. Alright, go ahead. Lift your left arm up to the sky again as much as you can. And bring it down all the way to your shin, to your hands, to your feet, wherever you may land. And do a seated forward fold. one-legged forward fold. Breathing. If you want to go deeper, take your left hand and take it to the outside of your right ankle. Alright. Go ahead and come up again. Let's do our last seated forward fold. Sitting up straight. Our arms and our legs are straight, feet are flexed. Lift your arms up to the sky. Keeping your feet flexed, legs straight. Really bring yourself up to the sky here. Allow yourself to feel the expansion and the strength and the lengthening in your body. Now bend from the waist, keeping our ears by our arms, calming down slowly. And wherever you land, breathe and relax. Great job. All right. Now, go ahead and I want you to bend your right leg, and then after you bend it, bring your knees to the mat. So are your feet. And then take your left leg and take it behind you. Straighten it as much as you can. This is called a pigeon pose. Now flex your front foot and begin to adjust yourself. Allow yourself to feel a stretch here. Go as far as you can. And if you have been doing this for a while, go ahead and bring the toes, your left toes, curl them in. Get deeper into your stretch by flexing that back leg. Now you can really feel it pulling on your core, and bring your head to the mat. All right. You can stay there, or go ahead and bend your back leg. Grab it with your right arm. Look forward and go. All right, go ahead and let go of that back leg. Get your right leg, feet on the ground, knees are up, and get into lizard pose. Your back leg is still behind you. Your hands both are on the left side of your foot. Curl your back toes in and come up. And feel the lizard pose stretch. Keep your knees off the ground if you can. For as long as you can go in and out. Keep your leg flexed. It's like a great stretch. All right, go ahead and relax. Straighten your front leg and extend it forward. Coming down. Bring your chest to your knees. And flex your front leg. Great job. Go ahead and take your right leg back next to your left. And let's do a couple cat and cows. Stretch our back. So breathing in, taking our crown up, our tailbone up as well, curling our spine. And now breathing out, taking your shin to your chest, curling your back out as much as you can. Now breathing in and breathing out, pushing down with your hands, curling your back, your chin to your chest. And breathing in, head up, and breathing out, bringing your chin to your chest. And breathing in one more time. And breathing out, bring your chin to your chest, curling your back. Great job. All right. Let's stretch our left side. All right. Go ahead and take your left hand to your left leg, coming up. And bring your right arm to your left leg. Feel we have done this one before. So go ahead and bring your left knee to the mat. Bring your left ankle to the mat as well. Take your right leg and take it behind you. Get into pigeon pose. And breathe. All right, go ahead and flex your back foot. Take your knees off the ground. Bring yourself up with your hands. Breathing in and out. And now if you can, go ahead and bring your chest to the ground. Keeping the back leg straight and flexed. All right, go ahead and come up. Bend your back leg if you can, or stay where you are. And bring your chest up. Allow your back leg to pull you back. Really open up your chest. Breathe. And go ahead and let it go. Bring both legs forward. Take a deep breath. Lifting both arms up. Calm back down. And go ahead and lay on your back. Close your eyes. And take in all the yin and yang we were able to achieve today. We put in some action, and we got to release a lot of tension from that action. Keep your eyes closed for a few more minutes, and I will let you know when to open them. Go ahead and bring to mind the challenge that you had for yourself earlier. And allow yourself to be reminded of the peace that you've set forward for understanding, clarity, and guidance. And now go ahead and rate yourself from 1 to 5. 1 being uncomfortable, tired, pessimistic, and 5 being confident, ecstatic, and ready to go. I'm feeling a 5. Go ahead and bring yourself all the way back to your mat, feeling your legs, your arms, your chest, your breathing. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Roll to your right side. Push up with your left hand and take a seat. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.